What is up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. It's Thursday. I hope you guys are having an awesome Thursday. One more day till we get to that lovely moment known as Friday night. Just get paid, hopefully, for most of y'all, and an exciting weekend to come. So, as usual, a lot of stuff to talk about, lots of stuff on the horizon, pre-orders, and a very fun topic that I hope you guys have fun with discussing on tonight's live. Anyway, let's see what's up with everybody here in the chat. Blake Tarpley, what's up, Jeff? What's up, Figure Files family? Say that 5 times fast. Nice. What's up with you, Blake? Omega 579. Hey, what's happening? Carlos Castillo, what's up, everyone? What's up, Carlos? 80s giving or 90s. What's good, y'all? Jeff, how's it going? Doing good. Rocking a new shirt today. Living with a liver transplant and rocking it. So thought that was a cool one to bring out today. You all know my story, but December 2022, got a new liver. So still rocking it, still rocking here. So I decided to rock the shirt tonight. Danny Rue, what's up, Jeff? How are you? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Jamelin Parks, what's the haps on the craps? Not a whole lot, my man. How are you on this fine Thursday? Oops. What's up, Kelly Cox? How are you? Ben Doom's in the building. What's going on, everyone? And so is Snake Eyes. What's up? And After Child's here as well. Kindred, 1998. I've seen the Marvels. I didn't think it was bad. It didn't deserve the hate it got. I think the Marvels just took the brunt of everyone in very broad terms, but a lot of people's overall dissatisfaction with Phase 4 and what we've gotten into with Phase 5. I think any movie would have done poorly in that spot, but I think the undercurrent of people not loving Brie Larson's Captain Marvel for whatever reason didn't help things. But I mean, I haven't seen people who have watched it since it arrived on Disney Plus who said, I am so glad I didn't pay any money for this movie. It was terrible, it was awful. I think the overall sentiment is, oh, it was way better than I thought. And what was all this hate about? And, it's just how things go. Sometimes the wave, the current is going against something that really doesn't deserve it. Retro Robo, what's up, Jeff and FF Crew? What's up, Retro? Thank you for the comments on the shirt, Kelly. Appreciate it. James Green's here. What's up, Thursday Night Action Figure Crew? G Brew, what's up? Buddy of mine got me a Ghostbusters hoodie for my birthday. Happy belated birthday. My 3-year-old niece sang a never-ending version of Happy Birthday to me, very off-key. Well, I mean, that's the fun of having a 3-year-old niece, right? If she was singing on key, it'd be like, wow, we should get her on American Idol ASAP. But being off key, I'm sure it'll stick with you a lot longer. What's up, Devin Bernard? 80s kid, thank you. The Marvels was awesome. I mean, I feel like it was better. Chief, what's going on? Also free makes a movie better. I'm never going to complain about a free movie. G. Brew, they didn't like Brie Larson because she's unabashedly feminist. I mean, it's funny because it's like, what are dudes? What's a dude equivalent to feminist? I mean, I would assume that most dudes are whatever that is too. Thank you, 80s kid. Appreciate it. I do like the shirt. The color pops. It's got all kinds of colors. So I really like it. Dark Knight 297. What up, Jeff? God bless you on your new liver. I'm waiting on a new kitty myself. I'm sure it's going to come Dark Knight. So let me know so we can give you a big shout out when it arrives. Danny Rue, I got figure swap. I had clearance of the Marvels, Captain Marvel, and Commander Rogers for $12 each. Where'd you get them from? I got home and the accessories and Build-A-Figure pieces were taken out. I went back and got my money back. Well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to do that. Where did you find those figures still? That's crazy that they're still around. I haven't seen Commander Rogers and Captain Marvel in my Target stores, since the fall, maybe? It's been a long time. I was able to get them. And I don't think they're actually still on sale on Hasbro Pulse, but Hasbro Pulse had those figures during one of their big event sales. It wasn't the outlet that they have set up now, but they had a whole bunch of them. So let me make sure I don't do this while I'm doing this. Yeah, and I did do that. Anyway, forgot I had it loaded up my window. But yeah, so that's jacked up. I was out at a Walmart the other day, and you guys may have seen the short I recorded because it's like, oh, there's another short on this. And very, very suspicious looking range Viper box. I mean, some people a little bit subtle with it. This Joker, I mean, the box is all up. Let me see here. There we go. I'm so prepared on the show. I think I took a picture of that as well because I was just like, there is no way a range Viper is actually in this thing. No chance, no shot whatsoever. Of course, that I did not take a picture of. But I did see, am I just traveling around because why not? This guy at Ross. Let me see if I can get that price in there so y'all can see it. No. There we go. $5.99 for Fire. Crazy at Ross. So they're still bringing out crazy values. Anyway, the range Viper was totally swapped. I was able to stop a Walmart employee. I was like, well, I mean, it's clearly going to be swapped, but let me check. So I asked the Walmart employee because the toys over in that one just happened to be right around the loading area. And so I was like, hey, I think this figure's actually been changed out or something's missing. So it's like, sure, no problem. So he opens it up and it's a Mad Marauder barbecue. And it's like, of course it is. So I actually have a Python Patrol Crimson Viper or not a Crimson Guard and no accessories. Like the foot locker is just removed. So he has no accessories. And like, I wanted it because I hadn't found it in the stores. That was like the last time I saw one. And it's like, maybe I can find some accessories, but in eBay, getting the backpack and the rifle alone at the same price of buying that figure on Pulse, basically. So it's wild. But yeah, make sure you check your stuff. And if you're able to, with those closed boxes, thankfully we're out of that era. If it looks funny, take it up to customer service, ask an associate, go, hey, I think this might be swapped. Can you check it for me? Because even if it's all there, it's all good for you. But you don't want to have to go back to the trouble of going back to the store and saying, this part was stolen and, I got ripped off. Then Doom, I'm with you, Jeff, about the Marvels. It wasn't bad at all. Exactly. I mean, it was fun. I love Miss Marvel in it. She was so much fun, like dancing up the steps. I was like, you get it. And then she was dancing, and then Monica Rambeau was having a good time. I thought it was fun. I thought the villain was terrible because there wasn't much to her. I just felt like the whole focus was just bring these three characters together and we'll work out the bad guy later. And that didn't work. But everything else I thought did. Roberts, Infinite Realms, evening, Jeffrey. Hope you're good. It's Thursday night. I'm hanging with you all, so I'm doing really good. Hopefully, you're having a good night as well. 80s kid, I do not collect Cosmic Legions. My figure room is already screaming at me like, dude, where are you putting more figures? And I'm like, I don't know. They look cool. So I could not get another line, but they do look cool. James, I saw the Marvels in the theater and enjoyed it more than most Marvel films in this current phase. But this is Files Movie Files talk. Let's get to them figures. That was yesterday's conversation, right? I saw that the Star Trek 4-inch figures line goes for $20. Boy, the times have changed. I mean, if you're getting Star Wars Vintage Collection figures, it's the same thing. It's like, why are these figures so expensive? I got them at Walmart, and it just reminds me how much I hate the window packages. I think I speak for everyone in that part. A couple months ago, I got figure swap with Goblin from Nova Helm. Gosh, that is a major figure swap. What did they do on that one? Salutations back to you, Lefty T Lions BK. Hopefully you're doing well. Jeeber, my local Walmart and GameStop have figures from those waves. Walmart still has Darwin. Wow. Sabretooth and Vulcan also. Jeez, a bunch of rock and roll and scrap iron figures with crushed boxes at full price. This is why I don't really shop at Walmart because it's like, why can't you guys lower the prices or have sales? I mean, Target is always throwing something in the red circle thing. Hey, we haven't seen you spend money on figures in like 2 whole days. Here's a $5 off a $20 purchase. Walmart never does that. I just do not get it. Shebrew. The film was terrible. Statement which describes most MCU films. Probably half of them for sure, without even having to put much thought to it. I'm watching Agents of Shield, rewatching the first season again, and one of the great regrets that I have from Hasbro is that they've never done at least the core cast of that, like a box set or just sprinkling them in. I would much rather have a Melinda May, Fitzsimmons, Daisy slash Sky, Ward, Yo-Yo, that whole gang in Disney Plus waves than most of these Disney Plus figures. Ryan Daly, what's up, man? I got my Marvel Unlimited Plus package today, which includes the exclusive red Marvel Legends Nova, giving him to my friend who loves New Warriors. Yeah, I think that figure is actually better than the one that we got, because I think the gold works a little bit better on that version, because I feel like the blue one really needs yellow. That blue, that kind of navy blue and gold, it's too muted for that costume. Let's see the lines. I enjoyed the Marvels and saw it in the theater. Only 2 scenes in the Marvels took me out. The musical and the flirt. Yeah, I didn't like that flirting part either. It was so long too. It was like, okay, I get it. I got Firefly a few days ago. Stay tuned. All right. I'm staying tuned and ready. Danny Rue. They swapped it with the Goblin from the Sandman Build-A-Figure and other little kitty toys to make it heavier. I opened in the parking lot and wow, I was furious. Not fast. You probably weren't thinking about family either, huh? Man, that's lame. I am so happy that we're done with this. There's no crapshoot of, oh my goodness, what's here? I don't know. I'm so glad they fixed that. All right, it's that time of the week, guys. What did you all pick up? What you buy this week? What good deals did you take advantage of? Big Bad Toy Store had a ton of stuff, and I'm loving all of the deals that are possible that they're putting out with their deal of the day section. I think that is so invaluable as collectors. And if you have not checked a look over there today, you got some really good deals. Mandalorian, if for some reason you don't have one, $15. Moff Gideon, which is I think is a really good figure, $7. And then the Death Watch Mandalorian, which is a really good figure. And that's $15.59. That's not a good price if you have Pulse Premium, because I think that's basically the same price, and you don't have to worry about shipping there. Granted, Big Bad Toy Store only has $5 shipping, but excuse me, if you can save it, why not? But then this one, Storm Collectibles, Virtua Fighter 5 Akira for $70. That's a good price. The NECA ET Deluxe, $28.19. Good price for that. And I kind of like this 11 o'clock. Let's check Big Bad Toy Store. What's on sale today? That's really cool. Roberts, the flirting part of that movie turned me against it. Danny Rue says, I'm sorry, the Marvel's got an extra point for me with the cats. I'm a big cat person. G-Brew, my Myers, by contrast to Walmart, after about 7 or 8 months, put all their Legends of Black Series figures that haven't sold on clearance for 50% off. 23 figures are all on sale. Nice. Did you get any of them? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they won't, keep the heavy rotation of new product coming, because it just doesn't make any sense to just go, it's going to stay here. It's going to stay $25 until it sells. You already know I got Firefly, but I also got the new Mando. It's amazing. Did you do a video? Because I saw that you got the new Mando. I do need to check out if you did do the video on it. Eddie Rodriguez. Hey, Jeff, long time no see. Glad to see you here, man. I'm doing well. How about you? Robert, I got a good shipment from Ringside Collectibles, Natural Disasters. Very fun figures. Congratulations on getting them. 3 Faces of Foley. Nice. Defining Moments, Mankind, Ultimate Undertaker. You got a really good set of figures there. I mean, what's your favorite? Because they all are some heavy hitters on that. Danny Rue, at a toy shop I worked at, I found Superman from the Snyder Cut with a black suit. Nice. I'm only missing Steppenwolf, and I have the whole Snyder Cut wave. Congratulations. Is Steppenwolf hard to track down now? So I ask these questions, and I get curious. I'm like, well, is he hard to find? No, Heaven's not hard to find. But let's see. Steppenwolf hard to find. The prices. The prices. He's not exactly cheap anymore, is he? He's going for 48 on Amazon. And that's probably, oh man, that'll suck. Um, so I mentioned that Target will price match what Amazon's doing. And a couple days ago, it's $30 for the anti-monitor. Now he's 27. If you're one of those fortunate few to get a coupon from Target, they do $5 off of $20. So you could get anti-monitor for 22 now. I guess what, 25 with tax included. So really good deal. If you haven't grabbed that figure yet, now's the time. As Harley Grace once said. Lucky Two Lions. I picked up the Sentinel Fighting, Armor, Black Panther, and War Machine on sale at Big Bad Nice. Those figures do look cool. I haven't gotten those, but they look like fun figures. Crazy designs on them. G-Brew. I picked up some X-Men graphic novels, more shirts, Tank Girl graphic novels. I have Mafex, Gambit, and some Mythic Legions on the way. Which X-Men graphic novels did you get? Then Doom, my McFarlane exclusive Batman Nightmare, came in as well as the Storm Collectibles 1/6 scale Sub-Zero. I am digging both. I love the Storm collectible figures, so nice. Glad to hear you like that one. Cool. Okay, I'll check it out. Maybe later tonight. Let's see, Lions. Big Bad daily sales have been pretty good. They have been. Andre, what's going on? Got my Jada Mega Man and Mafex 2.0 Mando. Now it's time for me to take a break. Says every figure collector is like, all right, I'm done for now. I'm good. But you know, they know how to bring us back. What do you think of Mega Man? All I hear is great things about him. Danny Rue. I also got the Robin from the Dark Knight Returns for $6. Also, I think I did a typo. I do not work at a toy shop. Okay. Oh, what's up, GMJR? Haven't gotten to the placeholders yet, but we'll get to it soon. Then Doom. Oh, also the Diamond Select Red Hulk. Nice. The only 50% figure I picked up was Extremis Iron Man from my brother. I opened him to make sure there was no swapping. Then I put him in a superhero landing pose, which my brother left him in. And I really like being able to hit that figure in that pose. It was really cool. The anti-monitor just isn't big enough. Well, you know, my plan is to put him, I mean, in some scenes in Crisis, even in that outfit, he was just a little bit bigger than the main heroes. He wasn't towering over them like that cover of issue 11. And then in issue 12, when he's fighting all the top tier heroes with powers, because Batman is stuck on the streets of Gotham trying to rescue people. But if you have DC icon figures, I think he'll scale up really well with them because he'll look pretty massive and they're small enough that they can look up. So there's an option for you. Ryan, I love how Black Series collectors sell their collections every time a movie bombs or a show underwhelms. I picked up a ton to create a sizable collection of custom original Star Wars characters based on my old role-playing days. Oh, that's fun. I didn't even know people were selling them off like that. Danny, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Lefty, expecting McFarlane Skydive Batman along with the Catwoman and Batpod tomorrow. I would love to hear your thoughts on those because they look like fun figures, especially Catwoman and the Batpod. Snake Eyes, I got Marvel Legends Doc Ock from Spider-Man on No Way Home. There we go. Yep. It's translated because I was like, oh, you got him on your way home. That's cool. What'd you think? Some of the Fall of X stuff, incidentally, Sins of Sinister is dope and uses the Resurrection Protocols as a plot device. Probably the best of any Krakoan era story. Well, that's good to hear. Blake, my pile of loot is overflowing. I have Mezco, Fantastic Four, Doom, Marvel Legends, Toby, Spider-Man, Jetta Patrol 6-inch Stormtrooper. Oh, okay, cool. McFarlane, who was Wonder Woman yesterday, the 3 Flash Gordon figures from NECA just came. That's cool. I can't wait to get those figures when I am able to, but they look fun. So I cannot wait to hear what you think of those. Then Doom, finally my Captain Carrot is coming tomorrow. And you mentioned it, and I just need to go ahead and show this figure early because this dropped today. Mezco showed it off, and this is way more of what I was looking for with their figures. But classic Captain America. I mean, man, the Joker looks like he is ready to have Iron Man, Giant Man, Thor in the background. And You know, the way they're doing these classic looks with the Fantastic Four, with Doctor Doom, with Spider-Man. This is really like the, you want in on this line now, don't you? And they keep doing more figures like this. I shudder to think of how quickly I will go in to get Mezco figures, because this is more what I wanted, not those let's throw in some lines just to throw them in. But this is a clean Steve Rogers Captain America figure, and it just looks really, really good. So, what do you guys think of that one? Dark Knight, a Mandalorian, Grief Karga figures, Mafex Poison Ivy, the Batman, excuse me, and Jada Toy Street Fighter Wave 1 figures all came in yesterday. Which one's your favorite? Jamelin, I finally ordered Viper. That's it. I think I might ship Vision and Count Orlok. Nosferatu in my pile of loot. Nice. Vipra is way more fun than I thought. Like, I passed that figure so many times at Target. Like, yeah, okay, eventually I'll get her when she's on clearance. My brother got her for me for Christmas, but oh my goodness, she was so fun. And I really was like, wow, I can't believe I like this figure this much. She's really like the part swaps they did with Serana and the Akiko figure. She is awesome and just like a really cool addition to the line. And she was one I was not expecting much of anything, but when I have her in hand and posing her around, I was like, this figure's dope. Here is my picture with what I have a Python Patrol. I didn't throw in the Crimson Guard because, like I said, no accessories, but I really liked how she turned out. And I'm not going to get Copperhead and his Python Patrol colors, but I love seeing these guys all together and their wacky, wild color schemes that I scoffed at getting in the first place really look cool as a group, as a team. So really fun to have them all there. GMJR. I pre-ordered Cable and Winter Black from WB. The Black Winter, yeah, from the Zabu wave today. I'm going to wait for sales on the other pieces. That's interesting because I'm wondering which one, because there's always one in these waves, which is, oh, yeah, that was fine. I'll get it later. And all of a sudden it's $45. So I'm curious if that's Cable or if it's going to be another one of those figures. He does look good, but I'm going to go with Diamond Select Cap. I feel like the Mezco one will probably have better articulation and definitely more accessories. So I'm curious to see what else they show when we get the full rollout, the pictures of what's going to come with this guy. Retro Robo, Mezco Giant Man will be 5,000. Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about him coming until 2030, but here's where we can use that HasLab Giant Man. Carlos, is anyone keeping an eye on Jada Toys? I just got my Street Fighter Mega Man waves in. So good. I'm keeping an eye on them. I have Fei Long and Chun-Li. I still need to get Ryu, and I still need Ken, probably, hopefully, before the onslaught of these other figures. And I'm really only hearing great things about the Mega Man figures, so I'm sure I'm going to get into those eventually, but not yet. David Thanos, what's up, man? How are you? Great. Now I'm tempted to get that Mezco figure. I'm sorry, 80s. It's a really fun figure. I think Jade is going to make some noise with figures this year. Yeah, they're doing really well. I think everyone who I've read has picked up their figures, has been really happy with them. So I'm going to be in there really soon. Had anyone got their Storm Collectibles Guru yet? I know some people have. Are you still waiting on yours? I think last week somebody said they got theirs. So G-Brew, as a lapsed Krakoa era X-Men reader, what's the best storyline that I haven't read? I stopped after the first trade of Cyclops' team. I didn't get anything else. I didn't get any of the whatever their fashion show X deal is. I didn't get any of that. So what should I read? Jalen, I don't believe in Python Patrol Yellow. I mean Crimson Guard. Cool photo of this. The colors, man. The colors are wild. That yellow is just boom. Here I am. It is the brightest yellow I think I have on any figure. I mean, I've opened them up. I've written up my review and all that stuff. And like, this dude's fun. So I just need to find some accessories because he is going to be right there with that crew. Tover Supreme. I finally got Power Princess in the mail. It's great, and I recommend. Nice. Carlos. Heck yeah, they are. Totally surprised and satisfied with them. Jada Toys, especially the Mega Man wave. That is great news. I pre-ordered Cable and Wolfsbane. I just kind of pick and choose Marvel Legends figures, mostly just X-Men. And we've been talking about it. Let's go through this wave because I was pretty happy with what they showed. And I know I did this whole separate video, but I talk about it live with you all. And I know I'm about to freak you guys out, but I'm just going to open up all the tabs and just have them up there. So look away if your eyes are sensitive on that front. All right, so there's Black Winter Thor, who's not really Thor, and I thought that was weird. They had to make that distinction, even though he's using a Thor body. And these are the glamour shot photos from Hasbro, and this really looks cool. I think they did a lot of good work with it. Gave him a new hair sculpt, the smoke, the mist rising from his not Mjolnir, the tattered cape looks really cool. I mean, great job on this thing. Just wish they'd done maybe a Count Fairy, put him out there sooner. I know he's still rumored, but he's there. He comes with Zabu's head, and I mean, it's repaint. So there you go. I thought they did a lot of great work on sculpting on this figure, though. I thought he's really, really well done on that front, and I'm not mad at them for trying to get some more use, but I kind of feel like they could have done the Ariel Copio version of Thor and just swapped out some of these parts so we get that very overdue figure and who's not giant size. But I think that would have been really cool to get that figure there. We got Icarus, and I think they did an outstanding job. So much sculpted detail on this dude. And I was responding, and I'm sorry for not remembering who I was commenting and responding to, but yeah, this is why we need a new Black Bolt Medusa, because this guy has a lot of great work here, and Black Bolt and Medusa still need better versions. I mean, we've only gotten 3 members of the humans, but I need a better Black Bolt Medusa, preferably one with the kind of effort that they put into Icarus, who is fantastic. Just a really, really well done figure all around. And then we got Superior Iron Man. I know a lot of y'all were saying it should be silver, not white. I think the white does kind of pop pretty nicely. And this head sculpt of Tony Stark at least is very different, something we haven't seen before with him. And if you're building up your Iron Man armory, this is a nice, different color scheme to throw in there and break up all the red and yellows and maroons, candy apple, and gold and yellow. And then we got this shot, so it's pretty cool. We got the mask look or helmeted look for him. So solid Iron Man variant. I'm really glad he does not come with a piece of the Build-A-Figure Zabu. That way I can go, if he's on sale, if he's on clearance, I'll grab him. I don't feel the need to get him right now. And Cable, this dude is just awesome. I mean, he is the real winner in terms of that head sculpt. I think you guys are saying Calderon, little Ian Churchill for that head sculpt. Paul Harding sculpted it, but man, you see his eye there, really cool work. And the scarring over this eye and then the eye burst. That's classic Cable. And this is our Marvel versus Capcom version. So that is really, really cool to get this figure coming to the line. So excited to get him. And I'm pretty sure this gun is repurposed. I know this one has been used before. So, he didn't need new guns, but he does have a new torso, and that's good to work in new parts is always for these figures. I wonder who else could use this one. Is it too bulky for Cyclops? I wonder. Maybe they could use that for a new version of him. But yeah, I'm really happy with Cable. I thought they did a great job with him. Great job as well with Wolfsbane. Finally, we get her added to the line and go in with the tight zoom now so we can see this head sculpt. She's got a nice, fierce expression. Still not sure if I want to use that one that came with Danny Moonstar for the head, but I like this. It's pretty good. I do wish they had given her the toned down, calm head sculpt, but, I'm not upset per se, but she would definitely have been a great candidate for a separate or different head sculpt. And I'm looking at this. Does Zabu have a really small tail, or is there another part that extends with that? Because that looks kind of tiny. And she just has the fist. I think with her, she's somebody. She never really needs fists when she's got claw hands. I think those were really good, so it's fine. Then we got the Red Widow, and I'm not really like, oh man, I'm really excited to get this figure, but it looks like she's got the parts that she really needs. Double jointed elbows, probably bicep articulation. Very curious to see how her articulation is going to work because of this cloak. And is it going to be a thing where you can't do a whole lot of maneuvering and posing just because of the way this is draped? She does have the bicep shoulders. That's really good. But will we be able to do much with them? That's a real question. Then we get Kazar, and he does, in fact, have a new torso, according to Paul Harding, who sculpted him as well. So I definitely want to see this reused for Submariner, and really, they could basically reuse the whole thing, except for the trunks and the He-Man furry boots. And we're all set and good with him. And he's got what he needs. He's got a knife. He's got a spear. He's all set. So that's really great to see with him. And looks like he's got a little bit of gapping issues, but hopefully that's something that is just for this prototype, because that was a Bucky Cap legacy issue problem where that torso ab joint was never flush on some figures, and you could push, but it just wouldn't work. So nice work on the details on the boots, good texturing there. So he's one I was really happy with how they pulled off. And he's got multiple hand sculpts, so that's cool, because they didn't have to blow a budget on the sculpt, of course. So good work on him. And there's Zabu, and really good work. I do think he could be a little bit bigger, but the sculpting on him is really great. So much better than that original figure. So really happy with him. Thought they did a great job pulling him off. And yeah, he's in leaping mode now. Maybe he can go after my G.I. Joe Honda Lou West figure whenever we get around to getting her. But there you go. So good work on that line. Very happy to see them. Let's see what you guys said. Still waiting on that, Garo. Blake, did anyone catch the obvious hints that the Marvel Legends crew were saying during the live? They mentioned it was the year of the dragon. At the end, Dwight said, think, thunk. Huh. I did not catch that. So now I have to listen to it all over again. That's interesting. So we're thinking he's going to be the HasLab for 2025. Kind of weird because we have to go, the 2024 figure that we're going to get next year. He'd be an interesting one for HasLab, though. And would I want to pay for him? What extras would he come with? Interesting choice. Maybe he'd come with the Mandarin. Get everybody upset. David Thanos, hard to sneak around that yellow. Yeah, I mean, it's a special radar. Ryan, I'm surprised Rain isn't sold out yet. I'm too, but it's one of those cases where, what are we, like 2 waves? We got the X-Men 97 wave 2 set to come, so maybe people are waiting for that one. We got another wave of G.I. Joe figures coming April 1st, maybe sooner, but we got those. So I think people aren't rushing for pre-orders, especially because Mechanic Condition, all this stuff's going to go on sale later. So I know this is online only. It's not going to show up at Target and Entertainment and Walmart. So you can get them from the usual suspects like Amazon, GameStop, Big Bad Toy Store, my affiliate, Entertainment Earth. So the sales might be a little bit harder to come by. So that's probably why they haven't sold out on anyone yet. Happy Accident. Yo. Colors on Super 7 Reaction. Tiger Force Destro. All right. Cool. Judge Dreads. What's up? But yeah, Blake, Marvel Legends went down the hall to the G.I. Joe animal sculptors and asked for a Zabu. 80s kid, I'm only getting the multi-packs right now. They all look great, especially Nick Fury from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Oh, that's true. There is that look too. Rodney, what's going on? Host chime-ins, all these live streams. It was a matter of time. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. David Manning II. What's up? Do you think we'll ever get a new Punisher action figure? I would think so. Now, the question I have is, what Punisher figure do you have, and which body would you like to see him upgraded to? Because I think in terms of Punisher, they've done really great figures of him. I think the next Punisher that's probably most likely is a Spider-Man VHS animated version, but I don't know which mold would you like to see a new Punisher on? Excuse me. GMJR. It's a solid wave. 150 for that cat is tough. I mean, is anyone buying that wave just to get Zabu? Because I mean, if nothing else, you got to get Kazar with him. So is it really 150 for him? Amazon 8 times out of 10 puts figures on sale. I'm gonna play the long game for the holidays. Carlos got my Super 7 White Ranger in today too. Paint job is kind of wonky. That's not good. But happy to have the figs all together. Judge Dreds. Thor's the only one I ordered, but I won't lose sleep if I don't get him. Well, I don't think you would miss out on getting them if you've ordered them. Thank you for those suggestions on X-Men. Jeep, appreciate it. Right. That Icarus makes me want to watch the Eternals again. Okay. No, it doesn't. Imagine if they had done Eternals like the comic book. I think that'd have been a whole different movie. Rodney, I went ahead and ordered the entire wave. Nice. Just Dress, yeah, it sucks they didn't make Kazar and say Zabu a 2-pack. I mean, they could have, but I've read a lot of people going, they should have made that a 2-pack, but would that have meant for a cheaper, whacker looking version of Zabu, like that one that we got back in the day? Would people complain if he was a janky looking saber-tooth tiger who was way too small to fit in 2-pack? Because people said, oh, the G.I. Joe Classified series animals are $45. They come with a figure, but I mean, that wasn't going to happen with the Marvel Legends figure one. And I don't need a small Zabu. I feel like he's a little bit smaller than I want, but I think he's going to be bigger than we've seen in these animal packs in the Classified series. Judge Dress, for sure, a lot of those figs will wind up at Ollie's. I don't know about that. I've been to Ollie's the last couple of months and have not found anything. They're still holding waves and waves of Eternal figures. I think they've gotten rid of most of their Age of Apocalypse X-Men figures, but they've not been stocking them with newer figures. It seems like Ollie's got cut in line by our crew over at Ross and TJ Maxx and all of those good folks because they have totally cut the line and grabbed all those figures that we were expecting to see at Ollie's. I mean, Ollie's got the Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm, that whole retro Fantastic Four wave, and Ollie's hasn't had anything since then. So it's wild. Very wild. Blake, thank you so much, man, for the $100 super chat. You are awesome. Tough times out here, Jeff. Some emergency figure files funds. I appreciate you so much, my man. Thank you. You're awesome. Sorry, got lost in the comments there. But anyway, thank you again, Blake. Ryan says, I like that era of the comics when Cable and Cannonball joined the X-Men and the X-Force, got purple costumes. That was cool. See, this is why I feel like they could always do more of these teams and complete them because X-Force is a great example. X-Factor, too, because the teams constantly change costumes. I was going through my Marvel Universe figures. It's like, man, I do kind of want the original colors. Cyclops in blue and yellow, Jean in the green and yellow. I would take those figures. Not until after I get my version 2 costumes, but that's a whole other set of X Factor. And then the completed team, now that we've got Wolfsbane, would also get a refresh because they were rocking new costumes too. So much more stuff left, and they can complete as many teams as they want. Carlos, I pre-ordered Cable. Perfect Marvel vs. Capcom look. Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy, if you like Side Spurs, X-Men Legacy, Legion, Wave X, and Legion of X are spiritual successors to that. X-Force is pretty great. X-Men is okay. No Hellfire Gala after the first is that good. That's what I was worried about. Thank you for that. Had a pre-order Cable for my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. Dark 1997, pre-ordered Cable and Icarus. Nice. Then Doom, when you pre-order on Entertainment Earth. See, they take the money out right away when the figure is in. So happy you asked. So my affiliate, Entertainment Earth, takes the money out when it is arrived. They give you heads up, so it's not some, oh my gosh, surprise, we got you. They'll send you an email heads up, and if it's in stock, you can use my affiliate code. That's LYLESMF, short for Lyle's Movie Files, and take 10% off. And if you got $79, you get the free shipping too. So really good deal if you see some stuff you like. And of course, I got some really good deals over in that outlet section, which I've taken advantage of. So go ahead and make that move. Ryan, I love when Rey and Kylo Ren fought the Red Widows in Snoke's throne room. That probably been a closer fight. Yeah, I was not happy when I was reading that stuff. It's like, this is not great. So yeah. Robert, I only got Cable, Wolfsbane, and Red Widow. Never been a fan of the rest. Oh man, interesting. There's some really cool figures in that. Randall, got the Bat Pod, Catwoman, Batman 2-pack in today. We'll probably just get Cable on sale. For Serpentor placeholder, I'm using Lord Cobra Naja Naja from DC Universe Classics. Cable. Snake Eyes says, I really like that Cable, and I actually really like the Superior Iron Man. I don't think it's a bad Iron Man variant either. Sean D, I remember when you could pick up Marvel Legends Century figures for $5 each. Made a Kazar out of one of them. Came out great. I do remember that. And yeah, a lot of people were grabbing him for that. Think Fang Phone would be my first HasLab. Interesting. That's interesting because he's one that I'm really kind of curious how they would pull off with the wings and the body and how complicated that would be, how close to being more of what we would expect out of that. Because I mean, that first one was broken up over 2 waves, so really curious to see how that would work that out. Carlos, I'm hyped to pre-order Sam Wilson Cap, Secret Empire Cap, and Prowler. Sean D, Retro Punisher with white gloves. That's a pretty fun one myself. I have that. The other Punishers, so I've got 2 Punishers. I have one on my Spider-Man shelf, then I have another on my Street Heroes shelf. Even though there's some debate if he's a hero. My only 6-inch Punisher was made by Toy Biz, and I still have that one too. That head sculpt was phenomenal. Patrick, what's going on? I got named Marita today. What'd you think of her? Ryan, fun fact, Icarus is the only MCU Eternals figure I bought. Needed the head for one of my aforementioned Star Wars customs. So I thought you were going to say you were using them for a Rob Stark custom. Judge Drez, I didn't see the point of buying Icarus since it will be 50 years to get the rest of the team. When you think of the team of the Eternals, how many are you really thinking of? Because, I mean, when the movie came out, I was like, yeah, I know Icarus, I know Cersei, I know the fast guy who's now played by a girl from The Walking Dead, but I did not know enough of them to like, but if I get a comic book, Cersei in her green outfit, I think I'll be okay. Oops. Yeah. I think when he does do a big Barda, he's going to knock her out. It's just going to take forever. Intimate snob. I'm going to be disappointed if Zabu is smaller than Bronx. Probably not. JoJo gives us Animal 2-packs. It's not that hard. But I mean, you know, we'll see how the Zabu turns out. Jibru. My Ollie still has a bit of an overstock of Marvel Legends and Black Series figures. Which ones? I'm only seeing Dr. Evazan, Holdo, and some of the Archive series figures, but nothing that I still need. The Age of Apocalypse and MAGA figures straight are not moving. Yeah, they're just sitting there. You wait for Icarus to drop in price. I mean, he could. They all could. That's the thing. It's the do we run with the waiting game on these guys? We'll see. 80 says, here's how I look at it for Hasbro. They're cutting back on budget and use it for Joes and Transformers. Everything else is either retro Marvel Legends or prequel. I wish it were prequel trilogy figures. I feel like I'm really waiting around for more of those. Northern Nomad, what's going on? I got the McFarlane DC Multiverse, Platinum Wonder Woman. Nice. What do you think? Carlos, how crazy is it they put out 80th Colossus and Juggernaut 2-pack again? Such a great pack for peeps to get another shot at. Yeah, I mean, that was one of my favorites because Colossus is so good. And Juggernaut's a lot of fun. I was like, I've already got a cool Juggernaut that I built. But yeah, it's a really fun set. So I am very happy for people to get another crack because I know people were like, oh man, I can't get this thing anymore. So it's really good. I'm happy for everybody. Iraq Gars, what's going on? I just joined the stream and did not know you had a transplant. So glad you're doing well. I have NAFLD, but I'm doing well. Glad to hear that. You seem like a good dude and always positive, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, it was a rough few years leading up to that transplant, but I'm doing a lot better and happy to still be here and doing these live streams with all y'all. The Entertainment Earth code again, please. You know, I should probably put this here. I know what I can do. There. There we go. I can make this stuff work. And yes, there you go. There you go. Perfect. So there's the code. This file is MF. I will move that soon because it's going to get annoying to me. But there you go. Lefty T Lions locked in the pre-order the Zabu Wave minus Iron Man. Don't want to risk a Build-A-Figure part. You know? Yeah, because it's like sometimes you're getting into it. And it's like I can't find this figure to get the head, and I've had several where it's like everything is there except for an arm, worse off a leg, and it's just like great. Now I can't get this thing built. I don't think Zabu's gonna be smaller than Timber. I'm good with Marvel Select Juggernaut. It's a fine figure. Prescript Drone. Glad only one cable from this wave. There you go. It's a good cable figure. I'm glad they do that too. I feel like all of them should. Alpha Proto, no. About to in a few minutes actually. What's up, Henry G? What it do, Jeff? Hope all is well. I think the Legends team hit a home run. Yeah, I mean, I thought this was a really, really strong wave. I thought they did an awesome job. You. With that said, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I want to see with Marvel Legends. Something from all the different corners of the Marvel universe. So I got some quasi Avenger love. Well, I got some Avengers in here. I got some X-Men. Got Eternals. Something for everybody. I mean, they can't get every team represented, but got a little something there. It covers the whole gamut of things. I do wish they had included a couple villains in there, but you know, we'll keep working with them on that. Thank you. Appreciate you using the code. Jalen Miles has Eternals, Dungeons and Dragons movies, Fortnite, Tiantina, Sue Storm, Battle Cat, and I noticed some starting lineup show the other day. That's about it. Gosh, starting lineup figures. I don't know why I still get so mad about it. It's like this line has no business being canceled. I mean, this line, did it even make it through one NBA season? Because goodness gracious. I don't know how you just dropped the basketball so hard on that line, but they found a way to do it. Olu playing the long game for the Zabu Wave to add some excitement to the hobby. That's what is fun. We're like, all right, I bet you guys are going to blink before I do. And the worst thing is, maybe it'll be on sale, maybe it won't. But I mean, now we're Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth having these major sales, even if they never make it online in other stores, and they're still holding at that $25 price point. You can catch them on that day when they're $10. It's like now one. So yeah, it's always exciting to do it that way. G Brew, I'm an organ donor, incidentally. I don't see the point of burying perfectly good organs if they save someone's life. On behalf of an organ recipient, thank you. I had a bone graft using donor bone as a kid. It's why I still have my right leg. That's awesome. It's cool hearing all these stories. So thanks for sharing that. JMGR, is it me? But that Red Widow looks like a new female hand skull. I don't know. Let me see. This is when having too many widows is a problem. All right, let's see. Pull it up. Let's see. So the fist, the grabbing hands do look new. I think you're right on that. The fist, and this does not look like the same gesture hand. Wow. I mean, this is a wild figure for them to decide, let's give Red Widow new sculpted part. That's wild. But yeah, I think you're right. Good call on that. Leslie Lyons just got an email from Amazon. They canceled my McFarlane Wonder Woman. Target did the same last month. Jeez, you were just having terrible luck getting this Wonder Woman. I feel like you were just, it's landing on red all the time for you with this. In red because of Target. But hopefully you'll get that soon. Amazon will cancel stuff. You know, that's so funny, y'all are saying. I do not, never had Amazon cancel anything. I had to basically remind them, hey, I've got this Ahsoka from Clone Wars and a couple other figures, the Avengers West Coast set, but it wasn't canceled. It was just like, yeah, your order's delayed. And I was like, listen, I still haven't gotten this set. And they were like, oh, right, okay, here you go. Because they had major sales on all this stuff, and I was not about to lose it for that price. So that's the only problem I've had. But I'm sorry to hear you guys are getting stuff canceled. Ryan, Jason Tatum is saying he should be the face of the post LeBron Steph NBA. He should walk around handing out a starting lineup for his case. He can literally find one at every store. Any store, any TJ Maxx, Marshalls, he can grab 5 or 10 and put them in the stands. But yeah, I think he needs to win some championships before he can be the face of the league. Ah, that's right, Lefty. Rodney reminded us Books A Million has McFarlane Collector's Edition on their site. Maybe you can score one. And let's see, she's still there? Because I remember we did this exercise last week, and I was going to Barnes and Noble, and you all were like, no, you fool. She's here, unfortunately, since I did this last week. Still, well, I thought it was. Yeah, let's see here. All right, let's see. Let's do one really quick. Toys, DC Multiverse. Let's just do this. I know this is absolutely fascinating, riveting podcasting. Me looking. All right, here we go. So here we go. Here we go. Shout out Dak Prescott. So there's what they have here right now for the DC. Well, I just put him in McFarlane Toys. Does not look like Wonder Woman's back on there. So hopefully everybody who got him was able to, no problem with getting them. Let me see if Entertainment Earth has her back in stock. I know she was sold out there for a minute. Excuse me. Speaking of bad podcasting, no one wants to hear the mic cough. All right, let's see. Is she there? So much Wonder Woman stuff. Gosh. I probably should just go ahead and go to sold out there. Jeez, it's a tough deal to get this Wonder Woman. So if y'all see Wonder Woman available anywhere while we're streaming here, let me know and I'll make sure to post it. So Lefty, and hopefully third time will be the charm. Anthony Snob, starting lineup wasn't that bad. It was just that price tag was too much. A non-starter. Guess Hasbro found everybody's breaking point. I mean, I'm almost happy that it was with that line that they started off with way too high, because then we're not getting Marvel Legends for $50 for one figure because it includes an NFT and some other stuff no one asked for. So, I mean, we lost that line from it, but maybe McFarlane will get back into basketball too. Got hit by a car at age 10, shattered my right leg. It took 5 surgeries to save my right leg. Oh, and I got hit on my grandmother's 6. Jeez, that's terrible. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad your right leg is with us too, man. That's rough. X, I made it. What's good? Good, man. It's almost Friday. Hopefully you're doing awesome. Skew Raider, the Cosmic Legion's Fisher Price Adventure homage is fire. Nice. Intimate style. I'd be down to see them bring back starting lineup. Maybe next wave they can do Liz Cambridge, and then maybe so. I just feel like they had the worst plan, and you can't. And when they started like 2022, you can't do a wave of figures and say here it is. You have to have wave one and at least some teases, some news on the second wave, maybe just name only, but you can't let collectors think this is a one and done line. And it should not have been. I don't know what happened. Thank you. So hopefully everybody else can find her because I couldn't. Prescribed drone. You notice how the classic Tidy Mac is selling so well? The modern versions of Elseworlds was it? Yeah, I mean, gosh, Todd, I don't know. He needs to get it together. That I don't need to do wacky variant that was only in 3 issues. Let me do the one version that was in 150. I feel like that should be his priority. He does not need to go, yeah, I'll make this one Wonder Woman so hard to find. I mean, basic regular comic book Wonder Woman has different versions. Curly hair, George Perez style. Like, there's totally different ways for him to crank out Wonder Woman basically with the same look, but different. I mean, he could do the skirt version for Golden Age, Justice Society Wonder Woman. There's lots of ways he can crank out this look. Silver Age debut, Justice League Wonder Woman, lots. You can still do that and make a lot of money. And you got Wonder Woman from GameStop. Wonder she's there. This is like the hunt for Wonder Woman. We're gonna see, Lefty, if we can get this Wonder Woman ordered in your card here before this show is over. I'm gonna take it as a great win if we are able to make this happen. Make it happen. Ugh, she is unavailable on GameStop. That Wonder Woman has been pay warming at my local GameStop. That's funny. I've not seen her in person yet. Dress. Isn't it amazing Todd sells out with all the haters he has? I feel like that is every line. People hate on stuff, but the loyal customers, I mean, the loyal customers to something aren't going to complain. They're just going to buy the figures. And, I think that's with anything. You'll see on reviews online, people will spend more time and effort bashing something. We're people who, like a pizza. The pizza gets delivered and it's fine, it's good. They're not going to write a review. This pizza was so amazing. But if it has hair in it or if it's raw, they're going to write a review. And I think people just like complaining about time. He has problems with the figures. I should just reach over and grab my Black Lightning figure that has the Speeding Bullets Superman as the buck. I don't understand that. Speeding Bullets Batman. Really terrible choice. Should have just had a blank body like so many others. But for every poor mold choice, wacky scale proportions, he has figures that are really good. And, I'm having a love and hate thing because I feel like a lot of the mistakes he's making with the line are self-inflicted. Where we just had somebody working quality control to go, oh, let's not use this mold because we don't need to use these parts. They have design elements. Supergirl doesn't need to have the lining from Catwoman. We're okay with that. Let's just use something else. And once he does that, has somebody in that role, I think this line could go even further because they're so close to getting it right. When he has a figure that does look good, it's amazing. But then he makes some questionable decisions. Flamingo Sauce. Love that name. Just Google McFarlane Wonder Woman. The first option was a Books A Million. So she's still available. There you go. Lefty. Hopefully you saw that and are making appropriate changes. Indy Jones 84 really wanted a Crystal Skull wave for Adventure series and more enemies for Indy to punch. Yeah, I feel like they really botched the handling of that line. Was there a way for them to maneuver and get some of those characters out that might have not done too well? I mean, it's like they had the closed packaging. That was the time to get out those controversial characters when people weren't really paying attention. Now it's back to the windows, so maybe not. McMurphy, what's up? Wife is out shopping, and after hearing all this Ross Ollie's talk during the live, I said, hey, aren't you near Ross? Check the toys. She found Python Patrol on the Star Wars Black Series Leia. Which Leia? Because they've been a ton. No, she's out of range. I got the New Hope / Star Wars ceremonial Leia in that retro, the green Power of the Force packaging. And I was like, yes, probably got her. I think it's $4.99 or $5.99. Either way, a great deal. So which one? I feel like she is in high numbers. I think I got the indoor version at Ross too. Which Python Patrol did you get? Hey Ryan, thanks for hanging out as always, man. Appreciate you. Lemon Tears, what's going on? Thoughts on the Spawn and McFarlane 2-pack? Let's see if I can pull that up real fast. I think it's cool, and I think that is a really, really fun thing for him to do. And it's a cool deal. I really love how he seems very focused in terms of what his fan base wants, delivers that. I feel like sometimes these companies make it harder than they need to, but he comes through. And let's see if I can pull up. I don't like the fact that sometimes I have to look on different things to find it. But yeah, I can't find the window. Anyway, I think it's cool, and I think that's a really fun nod for people who've been following him doing Spawn all this time. Really curious to see what the Spawn and McFarlane look like once the silhouette drops and we can see them in full color. Intimate snob, don't really follow basketball. However, if LeBron gets another ring, that figure's going to be money. I don't think this is going to be the year for my Lakers, but stranger things have happened. Denver is doing this stuff. It's wild. Flamingo sauce. Ordered Wonder Woman on GameStop and 2 from Amazon, and neither of them were the platinum. That's terrible. G-Brew. I'm honestly surprised that a friend of mine who loves Wonder Woman has not bought that figure at the local GameStop. I told him it was there, same figure, hanging right out front. Maybe doesn't like the head sculpt. X, for every one good comment, there are 10 bad ones. This is just how it works in sales. Seems that way. Randall G, did you see the Red Knights in Batman, Detective 27? Batman and Blake Black Cape Cal Knights Ball Batman. Yeah, I did a video just yesterday, and I really love that Knights in Azrael. That was really cool. I think the colors are just bam, bam, bam. Awesome on that. I don't know about the other ones, and definitely the Vampire, Nightwing. That Flash is kind of nightmare inducing. I don't know what the thought process was with it, but I'm just not loving it. It's not McDonald's. I'm not loving how that turned out whatsoever. But let's see. I think I have my quick Windows setup ability to pull those figures up. Anyway, here's Flash. Nightmare Flash. Special variant from McFarlane. This is based on the Cyspher Mike Deodato version. Not great. Should have just used the Flashpoint body, but there it is. Dawn of DC version if you wanted. Ceremony Leah. Yup, yeah. It's a great figure for that price. And Python Patrol officers can't be. No, you cannot. That's awesome. Now, the real question, Judge Ray, is will we get a Jokerized version of Todd? DJ Jedi, excited to finally have a Wolfsbane on the way. Disappointed she's the latest in this recent disturbing Hasbro trend of omitting the ab crunch on certain figures. See also Luke Cage and Old Man Spidey. Oh man, did I not notice that? That's not great and hardly ideal. So she does not have a torso articulation? Ugh. All the characters that should have it. Well, she looks like she has that that mid torso twist here. So she does have some articulation, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, she has that, which is okay. That Jean Grey doesn't have anything. And I think Luke Cage doesn't have that much either. So she's got that, which is better than nothing. But yeah, I mean, I don't want them taking away articulation, especially on a figure like that. 80s, I'm getting Shield 3 pack and Daredevil and Hydro Man 2-pack. Falcon Cat was cool, but I'm passing. All right. Flamingo sauce. I just want to see those leaked figures, Penguin, Captain Boomerang, and Starfire. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing what they look like as well. McMurphy, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. I think Jalen Parks will agree. We'll hope to someday see you in full force collaborating on G.I. Joe streams. You two are the best of the best. Well, I got to reach out to them. They're on a whole different level where I am, but I'm working at it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Jibber buys anything with a carrot he likes. So he's marketing's absolute favorite person. They made a Wonder Woman toilet he saw it. He'd buy it if his wife said it was okay. Now, guys, that look for Flash is indeed creepy. Then Doom. Jeff, how is that Juggernaut 2-pack? Been wanting a gloss. You should buy it. I mean, you should buy it, buy it. No complaints for me. Colossus has single jointed elbows. So if that is an issue to you, I mean, the way his sculpt is somewhat unavoidable because he's really big and he's really bulky. So it's like, what can you do? But the Juggernaut, even if you have it already, is fine. I mean, I would highly recommend that set. If you don't have it, you should buy it right away. Gosh, looking at my photos from 2019 on this, I'm glad they have improved. Jesus, blue is killing me, Smalls. But that's what they look like. And let me see if I can find. Colossus is great. I mean, again, he has single jointed elbows, but you can get a lot of poses without that being an issue. And the sheen on the silver is awesome. And in case you're curious, if you have the Diamond Select one, this is how he stands next to him. So not nearly as tall, but he fits in a lot better in scale with the rest of the X-Men. This is what this Juggernaut looks like compared to the original Build-A-Figure one. So you see definitely a more colorful version of Juggernaut, and I like that one more myself. Let's see here. Some more Colossus picks for you. So here's what Colossus looks like with the rest of his team, the rest of the X-Men. And he's tall the way he should be. So no real issue about him being out of scale. And you see how he looks next to that Diamond Select one. He'd tower over the rest of the Hasbro ones. He fits in perfectly here and no issue. And yeah, you can even hold that Wolverine so you can do a fastball special. So can't recommend that enough. Totally worth grabbing. Judge Dreads, Wolfsbane need a wash. I mean, wolves don't like getting wet. Rodney agrees with me. You won't be disappointed with that Colossus and Juggy 2-pack. Jalen, 100%. Olu, is anyone getting the Valaverse Vanguard? It looks pretty decent. I'm not, but that's because I can't wait to get my Vamp. I guess we're getting close to May, so I'll get that bad boy in here. Vanguard looks like a soccer mom SUV. Roddy, although I pre-ordered the Vamp and Stay, that was me. I mean, nothing against it. It looks fine, but kind of like my official Joe vehicles, and there's still so many I want that, I get to it. All right, so question of the week for you all comes to us from our good friend, Tom. And he asked, what are your thoughts on having placeholders in your collection? In a perfect world, all of the figures in our collections would be the right character, costume. Well, how could you sell t-shirts if you had the right costume? Scale, style, articulation, and aesthetic. However, in our world, multiverse, actual world, we often have to compromise. Do you have placeholders in your collection? Yes. If so, where are you willing to compromise in terms of costume, scale, style, articulation, and aesthetics? And where do you draw the line? All right, so great question. And so many ones. Yeah, so let's see here. My first one, and hopefully I can retire this figure and toss him really soon, hopefully by the end of this year. Hasbro Banshee. I mean, this guy was terrible when he was released, but I'm a big Banshee fan, so I was like, all right, I got to put him in here still, and he's just not getting the job done anymore. But for now, he's my only green and yellow Banshee, so he's sitting there looking very awkward next to the rest of the far superior X-Men that Hasbro has done. And with today's reveal, not today, with this week's reveal, I am moving on from one figure that was really good, and I did not have like some hatred having this figure in the collection, but he's going to get replaced really soon now, and that is this guy, the Toy Biz original flavor Baron Zemo. And In terms of an old Toy Biz figure, this guy was holding pretty strong in my collection for a long time. Now he's getting replaced by this one, such a great version. Like he's wider, he's a little bit more out of shape, like he was during the comic book run. And he's got a legit dad bod. So I'm really happy to replace him. And this is one of my DC classics. You guys really, really, really let me down. Kyle Rayner, original JLA attire. And we got everybody from that. And I'm still so mad that we didn't get this in that line. So this is Kyle from DC Direct. And DC Direct's holding me down with several figures that should have been no-brainers in the DC Classics wave. He stands pretty nicely with those figures. Scale's pretty much the same. Articulation is totally not quite no shoulder articulation of note. He's got the single jointed elbows, not a problem there, but no wrists, which is kind of weird for Green Lantern, and really basic articulation. So posing him with the rest of that crew is a little bit dicey, but he's a pretty good stand-in. Tom Bid. Ha! Thank you so much for the $20 super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Dang, we have plans tonight. I almost missed my own topic. You guys give me topic ideas. I am definitely going to run with them for episode. And yeah, I should have given you a heads up. But yeah, we got that in here for sure. Northern Nomad. I got the Banshee from the newer 3-pack. I have the 3-pack, but that Banshee is totally legit for blue and gold Banshee. So I needed him, but I still need my green and yellow one. G Brew, Disney Plus, Kate Bishop. Did you have more on it? Robert, I've got that Banshee. Yep, he's a placeholder. Retro Iceman is another. They have done so many. And I almost feel like the best one was the Toy Biz Iceman because he at least looked better, scaled a little bit better. These ones we've gotten from Hasbro, none of them have gotten the job done. Carlos, oof. Yeah, we need a new Banshee and green outfit. I feel like all they need to do is repaint now, but hopefully we will see him. Olu, I'm still annoyed Siren didn't come with a screaming head. Yes, there was a way to do that figure without having people go really wild and making the Hasbro suits go, oh no, look what they're doing with our Siren figure. It was tragic that they didn't do that right. G-Brew, still waiting for a fraction run Kate Bishop figure. So that one that came in a 3-pack with Falcon, Sam, and who's the third figure in that set? Oh, one of those garish Vision figures. That's not a fraction era Hawkeye. That 2-pack is absolutely amazing. It's one of those where it's not I really want this figure, so I got to suck it up and deal with the second one. I want both of them equally, so I'm excited to get those two. Into me snob. I'm a customizer, so I don't really do placeholders. I'm not much of a customizer either, but I did do this one because having to wait on Mattel getting the license and the go ahead for the WWF makes for tricky waits, but this was easy. So this is my placeholder, Ron Garvin, and not really Ron Garvin. This is NWA World Champ version Ron Garvin. I have a towel. I don't know why I didn't put it on him, but this is Renee. No, this is Rob Conway, I think. One of those. What was their fashion name? Anyway, it's a Rob Conway head, and he works pretty well for Ron Garvin. I had to borrow some boots from Arn Anderson, so the calf is sticking out here, but this is my placeholder until Powertown Wrestling, Mattel, whoever gets around to giving us Ron Garvin figure. Yeah, McFarlane has that weird texture. They do. Does a hooded Zemo mean we might get a hooded Cobra? That is the dumbest thing. I don't understand why there would be any issue with getting Cobra Commander with a hooded version. You guys been reading G.I. Joe from Skybound /Image, They have a new Cobra Commander design in it, which is basically the hooded version, just like a circle mask, basically. No hood, but the same kind of design. So I don't know. I mean, I don't find that hooded look for Cobra Commander offensive. So for what it's worth, as a spokesperson for me, I don't have any issue with hooded Cobra Commander. Jamelin, I still display that Kyle too. Very limited articulation, but his look is flawless. Yeah, that's why I love DC Classics when they started, but midway through they started making some decisions like, what are you doing? Like that Kyle Rayner they released. Yes, I know that was the current look, but you were doing the JLA team. Keep that going, and then go to the modern version later, and not make us wait around and never get the one synonymous with his era look. It's just such a drop of the ball on that. X, I want Mayfex to make that version of Green Lantern. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do a JLA thing where we get the whole Morrison Porter era of Justice League done from Mayfex. That'd be awesome. I would 100% be on board with that too. G-Brew, the redo Scarlet, as soon as Retro Scarlet is here, that old one is going away. My new Scarlet's on the shelf here, the shelf of forgotten figures. She's there. I even have her on display with the 82 squad because the retro one is coming. I didn't want to put her through the trauma of leaving the rest of the Joes. She's over there with Firefly, the modern Firefly. Now that the retro one's here in the shelf. So yeah, that's what's going on. Northern Nomad. Oh, that dad vibe was the reason that Baron Zemo was called Daddy Zemo. You know it. McMurphy, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm not a Marvel collector. And I love to hear Jeff talk about any toys. And always tune in and stay connected, like listening to a longtime friend. McMurphy, man, I appreciate that. It's fun talking figure stuff with people who want to hear about it, so it's really fun. And I appreciate you all tuning in every Thursday. Whenever I do these, hey, I want to record and talk about figures. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Tom Finn, I'm about to go out and replace the Banshee. Yep. Yeah. And Classic Valkyrie. I have them on my shelf too. And Valkyrie's a little too high. I didn't want to reach up and grab her, but I have her in Yellow Jackets too far in the Avengers shelf for me to pull out. But he's for sure one that I need to get replaced too. And since we're never getting him from Mattel, I have Big Rick standing in for Ahmed Johnson. I need to add like 28 more elbow pads and knee pads to get the full Ahmed Johnson look. Maybe find that Big Rick, that Ezekiel Jackson. Yeah, I think it was Ezekiel Jackson. Big Rick was his name in Lucha Underground. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more work to get my Ahmed Johnson. But that's a stand-in. I know I won't be replacing at all. 80s. I don't think I have any placeholders. I'm dipping my toes into Cosmic Legions, and I'm focusing on Jaja Classified as well as Transformers here and there. Nice. Roddy, Jeffrey, I'm still waiting for McFarlane to give us that gold label Gentleman Ghost. That is going to be really tough because the Mattel DC Classics Gentleman Ghost is one of their absolute best figures. The way they did the paint, awesome. I mean, it was like, whoa, this is a great figure. And I don't know if Ty can beat that. Robert, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Really appreciate it. Some support, my man. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Judge Dreads, I only buy one of each character, so no placeholder for me either. Northern Nomad, that Arnim Zola figure is too overdone already, but this one's the best one, though. Jibber, that's the Gillen McKelvey Young Avengers, Kate Bishop, and she's way too tall. Top Fit, I immediately recognize him as Ron Garvin. Nice. Because the head sculpt is so, like, there's some figures just like, you're better for this character. Like, I have a makeshift Medusa based off the Victoria head sculpt. I painted her hair blonde, and she's Medusa, basically, for my Dangerous Alliance. DJ Jedi, I kit bashed a Jubilee head with a Stepford Cuckoo body. This acting as a Penny Parker stand-in. Marvel Legends Superior Spider is a placeholder, so Hasbro puts out a legit reissue with tentacles and gauntlets. I think that's coming. Did you see the Hot Toys version? That looks really cool. Snake Eyes, yeah, that yellow jacket is desperately needed. Like, desperately. And he is Placeholder. He's one when I look at my Avengers stuff, I'm like, man, you need to get replaced. I had the same, like, you are here too long. Your rent's due. Don't give me any of that falling down the stairs stuff. So yeah, him and Yellow Jacket need to get replaced. Like, not soon enough. 80s kid. Man, I forgot. I'm definitely getting that Zimon Zola pack. Prescribed Drone. I got DC Direct Flash mixed with NECA DC and McFarlane. Which DC Direct Flash do you have? Judge Dredd. I still have Toy Biz figs I won't replace. Yeah, I'm not selling, giving away my Toy Biz figures. They're really good. I kind of like them as a time capsule of a really great era of collecting Marvel figures, but I'm not getting rid of them. And they just might not have the same prominence they once did, but yeah, they're still here. Let's do Lions. I have secured a Wonder Woman. Thanks for the info. Much appreciated. We have one tonight, fellas. Lefty has his Wonder Woman. Now, next week, I'm expecting a full report saying that you have the figure in hand, no cancellations. It's all good. Tom Finn, I still have the DC Direct Mara Staticon figure as a placeholder. Beautiful sculpt, but next in articulation. Is that the one from the Brightest Day? No, Blackest Night. Blackest Night, not Brightest Day. Is that one the red one? Battle Prime. Greetings, Jeffrey and Plastic Family. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Battle Prime, really appreciate you. Glad to see you back on here again. Tom Finn, 2018, says, I have a handful of DC Collectibles New 52 Ladies as placeholders with the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Since Todd thinks girls have cooties, he does. And yeah, I have the Starfire figure from, because he's not going to get around her. Anytime, speaking of more DC women, I have Vixen, another figure that I do not understand why DC Classics never got around to. Kind of wanted the Wolverine head sculpt version or hair sculpt version, but this is a really nice one. This was from Mattel's DC Multiverse back when they were like, hey, I think these people want more articulation in their figures. And a really, really good figure. And so upsetting to me because it really felt like they were starting to get it. We saw a great Mammoth, Black Canary, Simon Baz, other figures I was very excited about adding to the collection. She's good, and she stands pretty close in height to the typical DC Classics figure. So I hunted her down just a little bit. She fits in just fine. And one that I have as a placeholder, and one I also have in the shelf because it's like, I need her. Big Barda. This is the DC Classics version of the character named Big Barda. So let's see how she looks against the pretty similar scale Kyle Rayner. Doesn't look too big. So once I found her at, I think it was Awesome Con, had a good deal. The DC Direct one, that's Big Barda. And I have her with my new guys. I have this one with the JLA because she needed to be on 2 teams. But this is so much better on every level. A really great Big Barda figure and so much better. And it's funny when I have to replace the line's existing version for another one from another line, but I definitely had to do it in that case. Yep, got that one. Let's see. Jibber, I forgot that I had the black powered up Rachel Summers from the Brood Queen wave. Waiting on any Rachel update. Seriously, I have no idea why we haven't gotten her. You cautious? I knew you would get that one. Thick man, I put my classified rock and roll head on a grunt body for more retro rock and roll until Hasbro does it properly. Yeah, and I'm seeing people, and I'm kind of like, maybe I want to do that too. They're just removing that harness that Grunt has and giving him the Stalker one for a more classic look. And if I can find another just another Stalker, I might do that because seeing the classic looking version of Grunt, I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. And I use that steel core head and just have like hey, here we go. Here's rando original 13 member who's just there in the background all the time. Is the Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack going to go to retail? I don't think so. I think it's another online deal. Hasbro Pulse, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. Those are your options for that. Love that movie always. Yes, it's one of the best, right? Retro Robo, Toy Biz Yellow Jacket. Love some Hank Pym, but need a new one. And another figure that I didn't grab from my collection. And she was one of the first ones that I thought of when Tom gave me this topic. And because there's no way I'm going to see this figure basically again. And darn it, let me pull this up here real fast. But yeah, she's for sure not going to get done again. And pretty good standing, all things considered. Uh, pull up the picture since she was in the back and I didn't want to knock everybody else down. And this is one of those deals where like, I can't believe DC Classics in their subscription service started a new team without getting anywhere close to finishing. So this one, Phantom Lady from DC Direct, she can't stand worth anything, even with the stand, but it's a great figure. I mean, she is so well done. Translucent goggles, the outfit. Who cares about it being risque? The cape flowing, her Phantom projector on her right arm, the pixie boots. I mean, short of better articulation, this is a fantastic figure. And she's really well done. Got the classic vintage 40s, 50s style haircut. I mean, it's a really good figure. And so at least I have three members of the Freedom Fighters. I have Uncle Sam, I've got Doll Man, and I've got Phantom Lady. Too bad we never got Black Condor, Ray, Human Bomb, but yeah, so I've got three. I've got half the team. Who else are you guys using? I've got that Vixen too. It was a great figure, especially since we ever got one. Top Fin. Yes, Black is Nightmare, but the green. I didn't realize they had it. They did the Red Lantern version as well. I have that Vixen. Vixen's great. Got that Mattel Barda too. I wish you were better. I just Googled it and it's a 2003 Jelly Flash. Thanks. So now I'm curious. I'm like, what's that? Oh, that one. That's a really good figure. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, let me pull it up so everyone can see. The head sculpt on that bad boy is awesome, and it's a really good figure. And it's one of those things where you see these how well they do some of these. It's like, why can't you just do this all the time, guys? So for the rest of us who aren't there in front of my Google, yeah, I mean, just a really, really, really good figure. And I think I had this one back in the day too, and definitely Wally. So it's cool. And yeah, even came with a flash ring that it's just off in the distance. I do have that, and I have all of the lantern rings just out of camera view too. And every so often I go parallax and go, ah. So that's cool. Her name is not Medium Barda. You're right, Badger Prime. I was like, what are y'all doing? I mean, the scope work on the figure. I mean, you can see all this scaling in the wash. I mean, this is great. Just size her up like 12 times. And DC Classics, they had the twiggiest arms for the women. It's like, why is she so small? To this is Big Barda. This is Barda. Should just have her doing this to picking her off there. There goes the power rods because they don't stand in the hands whatsoever. Joe Dye, I love this topic. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. I mean, listen, this was not my topic. You guys come up with awesome ideas. We're going to talk about it. So, yeah, thanks, Tom Finn, for this one. DJ Jedi, I love that Mattel Multiverse Vixen. Still bummed they never released that Simon Bass Green Lantern. They teased right before they lost the license. Yeah, there was a whole great wave of figures that were still to come. And having Jessica Cruz and no Simon Bass was like, because I really love their Green Lanterns book. I've come so close to buying that Vixen many times. I should just do it. You should. It's a really good figure. Who knows when we'll get another? That big Barter is on my shelf right now. Yeah, the first one was too small next to Mr. Miracle. I would thought about bringing him up too, so you guys can really see and really appreciate how small and tiny this Barter figure is. But this one, I mean, she's got basically the Kirby head sculpt too. So, you're getting the best of all the worlds. We're just the fourth world with that figure. Joe Dye, I've now turned to customizers to fill out gaps. So I used to do that, and then of course I'd do it, and the cake would have sticky paint because I didn't use the right acrylics, and they'd have carpet fuzz or whatever dust was coming around. And I was like, this is annoying. And of course, they would make the figure that I spent so long trying to get right. So that's what happened. Ski Raider Vixen is awesome. Figure fashion, you'll like it. That DC Direct Big Barda looks scary. So it's big. Walk around like this on the shelf. Joe Dot, right. Have my DC Direct Psycho Pirate. Yeah. And McFarlane Anti-Monitor plus DCD Thunderers for my DC Classics. Forgot they did those. Yeah, I definitely have that DC Direct Psycho Pirate. Psycho Pirate. Gotta say it like Street Fighter anime movie. But yeah, that Psycho Pirate is great. I have him on my JSA shelf, which has the Shade and a lot of DC Direct villains because DC Classics didn't do enough of them. G-Brew, I wish I had Black Canary and come out before Mattel lost the license. I have Black Canary repped to my collection by a pretty great statue, but I really love an actual updated, modern, articulated figure. I wonder if Todd will get around to doing her. I feel like for me, once you do Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Supergirl, maybe Batgirl, and I guess Harley Quinn, Black Canary is next up on deck, and hopefully we get her, and she'd be a really good figure too. And Beltran, what's up, Jeff? Can't believe Marvel Legends made a Beastmaster figure. Whoa, that Flash is great. It's a really good figure. It has really good articulation by DC Direct standards too. G-Brew, I want Mayfex to make a New Gods line plus Wonder Woman, Starfire, Black Canary, and Swamp Thing. Yeah, all the DC figures. I'm right there with you. I have a DC Direct Vic Sage question on the show. What are the odds on a new one coming anytime soon? That should be an easy one for McFarlane. Did you get the DC Classics one? Because I really like that figure too. My thing with DC Direct was always their figures on their own were great, but they weren't compatible with each other. It's like, why are they not the same scale, the same likeness? It was just they were all over the place. But that figure was really good. And Beltran, not sure that Prowler and Masthead will match Blade's skin tone. It might not. Okay, Leonidas. Yes, sir. Rodney, did anyone buy any DC Essential figures before DC Direct went away? Yes, I bought most of them. I didn't get the Shazam and Black Adam, but I really like that line despite Nightwing being the same height as Superman and no scale discrepancy between the characters. That Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash are exceptional figures. Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman are all really good too. I love the fact that Superman can actually lift up and do real flying poses. But yeah, those are really fun figures. Batman is great, but give us other characters. McFarlane has been doing other figures, and yeah, it skews real heavy on Batman, but he's done a ton of other characters, and I feel like people still have that rep with him, but he's really put out more figures. Now, maybe 1 in every 10 is a Batman, but he's given us characters like Animal Man, Red Tornado, Captain Carrot. I mean, Captain Carrot, for real? He's done Wave Rider. These are wild character selections, and maybe over some traditional ones. Where's the Green Arrow? Where's Hawkman Classic? But he's getting these figures out, and it's not just Batman. And the best part is you do not have to buy them, because I do not buy all these random characters. I'm buying the ones I want, and sometimes they come out really great, and sometimes I'm not buying them. But yeah, Ski Raider, this is Barda. Hey, I appreciate y'all getting my jokes. Top end, I have the DC Direct Dr. Midnight. You know, I have him, and I have cobbled and have not finished after my talk of not doing customs. No, he is finished actually. So I have him done, and I've used the DC Classics Dr. Midnight. I bought a second one and basically made a custom of him because it was like, listen, I gotta have him. I'm so upset that I don't have enough of the modern Jeff Johns, David Goyer, James Robinson era Justice Society. So any one of those I could customize, I did. DC Direct made an Hour Man and a Peter Cross that I'm still not finished with my customs, but yeah, I have them represented on the shelf. And the DC Direct Black Canary from the Birds of Prey 3-pack with my DCUC Modern Jesse. Yes. Black Canary. Yeah, man, I know what you're talking about for sure. That was a great team. I wish they had completed it because we got Jack Knight, Starman, we got Courtney. I just wish we had like Hawkgirl, Sand, Jakeem, Liberty Bell, Hour Man 2, and Dr. Midnight. I thought that would have been straight up and good. Drew, I had that DC Bombshells Big Barda statue. Love that thing. Is Barda the only Kirby New Gods figure you have? I think so, because I think the rest of them have the DC Direct versions. Let's see. Do a real fast check and see. Oh, okay. So that's right. I forgot they've done a few of those figures. So I really love the Callan back that we got from DC Classics. So let's see here. Let's take a scroll. Got Orion. Got a really good one from him. DC Classics also gave me good light ray. Calabash cool. And Superman is really nice. Dark Side, I love what I got from him. So, and then we got Metron. I wish they had done more of those characters, you know, like other ones, like the Forever People. I'd have been all over them. I just wish they had done different ones than we already had from DC Classics. But yeah, that's all I have. Did you get more of them? Yeah, still don't have a classic Green Arrow on the line too. We'll need him for a JLA lineup. I mean, I take Elongated Man. We got Firestorm. I still need to track him down, but yeah, I mean, there's some obvious ones that we need that he hasn't gotten around to yet, and hopefully some of those will get knocked out. Mayfex, let's go with more DC figures, Black Canary, etc. Fourth World. I'm actually working on another Mayfex. Here's the theme. Here's the story arc that you can make figures of. So yeah. And speaking of, I've been doing this all day, all through this stream. But I'm thinking of doing like videos breaking down different waves of DC classics, older lines. Let me know if you guys would be interested in watching those before I start digging in deep and doing them. The Alex Ross DC Direct figures look cool. It'd be so expensive to go back to get. I wonder if you could find them at like a toy store that just has a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe you get them cheaper that way. Tom Finn, yeah, I was a big fan of both DC Icons and DC Essentials. Now, that was a really frustrating thing because both of those lines were really good. Icons, I wish they were still going right now because that line was really great. Great accessories, awesome likenesses, and it was just like this is where you should stay right here, guys. And they didn't, and then we just kind of missed out. I think Batman's the only essential I bought. Really like the icon one. Yes, gone too soon. Pour out a little for them on DC icons. I think Marvel Legends releases about as many, if not more, Spidey as Ty. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know why Ty gets bashed for that. I mean, Batman's a big seller. It just comes with the territory. And she's Deadpool, Wolverine. There are a lot of Iron Man, a lot of figures that Hasbro is pumping out the same level that Todd is doing Superman and Batman figures. Joe Dye. I also use my old school non-Kirby DCD Big Barda with DC's Mr. Mir. Yeah, exactly. That's what I have in post too. And she's there with Orion, Light Ray, Metron, Forger. I actually have like a Fourth World New God shelf. I have the Doom Patrol sitting on the other side because they didn't need their own shelf. But yeah, and I have a pretty decent amount of Parademons, although I would still buy more. I use Mayfex and DCC female stand-ins because the females scale well. Yeah, like the Harley Quinn or the DC Icons Harley Quinn stands in well with the Mayfex figures too. Patrick says Wonder Woman sold out. Not Superman. He's still peg warming. So is Batman. Give us a Birds of Prey wave. Prove us wrong about this. Yeah, I mean, I think he did them right. That's really always the key. If you do crappy figures, you're gonna get crappy sales. But if you do great figures, you're gonna sell. Shocker. Which Dark Side do you have? The DC Direct one? It's a really nice one. I think I just have Barter and Orion. Good figures. And Black Racer, you're right. Get those Kirby's rolling. Tommy, we're supposed to get Warlord the Ray, Black Condor, and Challengers the Unknown to DCC before the line went under. We're also see the Shaggy Man. That hurts because I thought he would be a great collecting in that figure. And yeah, and I'm always down to get figures that can fight the whole Justice League. I've also got the DC Collectibles New 52 figures. When Doom. Okay, just ordered that Vixen and found the McFarlane Gray Hush Batman finally for sale on Amazon. So now you got me curious. How much is Vixen going for on Amazon? Oh man. Geez, listen, for that price, you all should jump. Because it's not even like it's some ridiculous, crazy price. I would highly recommend this figure. I mean, this is the price point that I thought was a winner for 6-inch figures all along. For $20, you won't regret this figure. I mean, yeah, she's a really, really good figure, and I can't recommend her enough. Parasite would be a great obscure DC Multiverse character for our collection. Do you have the DC Classics version or DC Superheroes version? I don't need another Parasite. That figure's great. But yeah, he'd be a good figure. I was hoping to get a Goblin and Mary Jane pack to go with my retro first appearance Spider-Man. Well, are you going to? She's also that was going to be 50-50 split between Dawn and Dawn. That would have been fun. Maybe we can get that Secret Wars wave. I'm sure if Rectangular mixed it, we're going to get it for sure. Joe Dye may have missed it, but I wish we could see a video of your display. I did one for my Marvel Legends. I'm shifting it up though, but I'll do a video soon. As soon as I clear out all the boxes on the floor so I can maneuver and shoot as I'm doing it. I wish Mezco would make a Doom Patrol Robot Man for the shows though. Man, that would be fun. Maybe they could do a 4-pack or a 3-pack. I have to do so many of those guys. I would love to get a DC Collectibles Clayface. Did you get the Multiverse Collect and Connect one? That was a really, really great Clayface figure. And yeah, I think they did an awesome job with that one. So yeah. All right, well, guys, I'll wrap it up now. Just wanted to take special time out to thank everybody for the super chats. Blake Tarpley, McMurphy, Tom Finn, Roberts, Infinite Realms, and Badgerwolf Prime. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for that love you all showed. So, guys, Mayfax Giganta. Yeah, that'd be cool. Take a Robot Man, preferably from the Morrison era. Yes, that would be great as well. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Thursday night. Probably going to do a video over this weekend speculating about what we're going to see from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Hasn't been announced yet, but we got pre-orders coming because Entertainment Earth said, hey, we got some G.I. Joe figures coming for pre-order on Friday or Thursday. Let's see. Let me run real fast to the drop zone because, well, I guess it is our leap day here. Just can't believe we're almost done with this year. So, don't know what that is yet, but this Thursday, Shadow Classified. So I guess we're gonna have a live stream on Tuesday, pre-order dropping on Thursday the 29th. Looking forward to that. So we'll see. All right, guys. As always, Joe Dye said awesome suggestions on his list. Thanks. You guys have any other topics you want to discuss with everybody on the chat? Hit me up on lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com. We'll talk about them on the show. So thanks so much, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like. I'll see you guys soon. For now, this episode of Lyles Figure Files has been filed.